This video is sponsored by War Thunder. Today we'll be looking at the definitive list of the rarest cosmetics in Sea of Thieves in 2024. As the game gets cosmetic additions each year, the list changes and some things become sparser due to their age, time-limited nature, or even being removed and subsequently being brought back. There's also some cosmetics that you or me will never ever have guaranteed. So without further ado, let's get onto the list. Starting us off with some uncommon stuff you can obtain, there just tends to be a lot of grinding behind them. The first is the Silent Barnacle set and the Bristling Barnacle set. These are earned for turning in 300 barnacle chests to the gold hoarders, which is a lot considering their low spawn rate. These can only be found washed up at shipwrecks or from skeleton ships. We also have the Burning Blade sales, which have become more common since the world event is back and can be dived to, but they're still quite uncommon to see. A touch harder is the Ghost Captain sales. You need to turn in 50 Ghost Captain skulls to earn these. The Merchant Alliance is a similar set of sales, but for completing the Lost Shipments voyages. The Merchant Pathfinder sales unlock when you sell 20 Merchant Manifests to the Merchant Alliance, but even more time consuming is opening 50 cabins to get the Golden Gatherer sales. This one is particularly tedious as the key can still not spawn on the voyage, meaning you can waste your time more often on this one. Similarly, we have the Golden Wayfinder rewards added in the Vault of the Ancients update. The easier of the two are the Ancient Tribute sales, in which you have to return 50 chests of Ancient Tribute back to the gold hoarders. This is slightly easier since they're a guaranteed spawn at shrines and treasuries, if anyone ever bothers with them. The harder ones are the Secret of Ancient Vault sales, which require you to open 100 vaults. That's at least 100 voyages if you don't get sunk during them. Oh, you can steal them as well, but nobody really does these anymore. All of these sales are pretty awesome, and I would say they're definitely worth the grind. Next up, let's cover the remainder of the obsidian items that haven't been brought back and the ferryman set. The Black Dog pack is the only items that aren't available and won't be brought back. This includes the sword, clothing and vanity items, but the hook doesn't exist. This was a pre-order bonus for Sea of Thieves from various retailers, but can be found for extortionate prices online. Moving on to the rarest pieces, well, one is no longer rare. The Obsidian Bandit was brought back as a Game Pass incentive, so not nearly as common as before. The Midnight Blunderbuss is now one of the rarest items. The Midnight Blunderbuss was only obtainable through purchasing the Sea of Thieves Seagate hard drive, with the code being bundled in the box or by attending TwitchCon 2019 in San Diego. The Midnight Blunderbuss can still be found secondhand on eBay, just be careful when purchasing a code as they might not be legit. There's also a few other items bundled with real life merchandise. For example, the Ferryman set is only available if you picked up the Sea of Thieves branded controller, and as this time has gone on, these have become even more hard to find. Just like the Blunderbuss, be careful with this one. You can easily get the Lord Guardian sales and the Bonnie Bell sales if you buy the Sea of Thieves tabletop RPG and the Tale of Two Captains expansion. These are still available from Mongoose Publishing. They're still quite rare though. Speaking of things that are bundled, I've bundled on this awesome sponsorship for you guys in this video with War Thunder. That was a smooth transition, right? War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made and features over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships of 10 major nations, ranging from biplanes and even armoured cars of the 1920s, right through to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. As you know, I like cosmetics. War Thunder also features an extensive customization system with tons of camouflages, historical markings and decorations for all types of vehicles, including community created ones. You can immerse yourself in intense combat where massively detailed vehicles, realistic graphics and authentic sound effects place you right at the helm of the most powerful war machines of our time. Join a worldwide community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles today and delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder. With an unmatched wealth of high quality content to discover, there's simply no game better suited for fans of military history. It's available for free on PC, Xbox and PlayStation, and for a limited time only, if you sign up using my link in the description or the pinned comment, you get a massive bonus pack if you're a new or returning player who hasn't played the game in the last 6 months. In the pack you'll get 100,000 Silver Lions, an exclusive Eagle of Valor vehicle decorator, and 7 days of premium account. It's available for a limited time only, so be quick. The Skeleton Curse and parts and the Ghost Curse, along with the Guardian Ghost set, Mysterious Stranger's clothing, and the Magpie's Wing set are nails to get, since Hourglass is the most challenging mode in the game. These can include grinding commendations, getting 200 levels in each faction, or winning against an enemy faction ship. Given the matchmaking, this is fucking hard. The Shrouded Ghost figurehead is also in this category, as you can only earn it from finding and killing the Shrouded Ghost in a chance encounter. The Shrouded Deep did not count, and the Shrouded Ghost's spawn rate has gone down recently, with no sign of it being fixed. The full Silver Blade ship set is pretty time consuming to get, with 111 weeks of Insider's rewards to work through. The Insider Cat is also awarded to players who complete this. So 2 years after playing an hour a week, at least to finish the set. The Sapphire Blade set and the Silver Blade trinket are even more rare despite being obtainable. They require 211 weeks to complete and top off the Insider rewards. The Serpent's Lie sales are next. They can only be earned by winning them off a Sea of Thieves partner in a giveaway. I do sometimes give them away on my Discord server, which when I mean sometimes, I mean rarely. The Affiliate Alliance sales are the same concept too. You have to win a competition hosted by an Affiliate Alliance group. The flag and tattoo also fall into this category. Briggsy's Mask is quite rare, as it requires you to complete all of the Skull of Siren Song commendations, and no one really cares about that anymore. At least that I can see. The Distinction 5 rings are definitely up there, since they are pretty recent and most people won't make a conscious effort to grind for them, as there's nothing but rings every 100 levels before them, and they aren't a worthy reward for 500 levels in any faction. Some of the hardest or most tedious stuff to get are the Golden Bones for the Skeleton Curse and the Golden Ghost Curse. Both require 1000 in their respective factions in Hourglass PvP and represent some of the most unobtainable cosmetics that you can still earn. The Unbroken Bond ship set came out in Season 10 with guilds, and the sales require 10 distinctions for a guild and all the Distinguished Guild commendations. For the average player, this is years of progression and is long even for established guilds with active players. The Midnight Prowler sales are fresh in Season 12 and require 250, yes 250 Horns of Fair Winds to be sold. This is absurd considering their spawn rate. At least they were changed in the most recent patch. In this category, I would also place the Killer Whale ship set, which is awarded for getting to level 50 in the Hunter's Call. Doing it without gems is absolute hell, and most of mine were letters of recommendations. Fishing is not fun, please can we have a Hunter's Call update? The next section includes all the time limited season pass items unlocked by Pirate Legends. However, some have been brought back up until Season 5's pass, so they are no longer as rare as they were before, and others will follow suit. The list includes the Shackled Phantom Hull, Athena's Might Cutlass, Ferryman Figurehead, Sud's Jacket, Cursed Adventurer Cutlass, Wander's Spyglass, Merrick's Tankard, and Grimm's Jacket. The items from passes 6 to 11 are more rare, but will reduce over time as they're brought back. The next category covers all the time limited adventure cosmetics. Essentially, if it's from any adventure and that adventure has ended, you can't get it anymore. These include the Shrouded Compass, the Jailer's Cutlass, the Hunter's Beloved Figurehead, Saviour of Golden Sand Sails, Servant of the Flames Lantern, Mask of Deceit emote, Hunter's Repost Painting, the Ancient Warrior Sails, Stitches Stitches, and the Bell and Reaper's Ritual Sails. Oh, and don't forget the Briggsy's Compass, Briggsy's Mask Trinket, and Pendragon's Pocket Watch. We can also probably include the cosmetics from the Hoarder's Hunt, the second Sea of Thieves mystery. This is the Gold Hoarder Skull Trinket, the Bullion Crown Trinket, and the Defaced Reaper's Mark Sails. Next up is the rewards Rare have given out simply for logging in during a specific time. These can be crossover items or simply anniversary items. People will inevitably bring up the Launch Crew Eye of Reach in the Day 1 eye patch, although the latter had to be bought before the 29th of March 2018. We know around 1 million players logged in during the first 2 days, so it's hard to say how many people actually have them. However, how many people are still playing is another question. The Golden Sailor Cannon Flare is up next. You have to log in and buy them from the store from the 18th of March to the 21st of March 2022. This was the 4-year anniversary event. Rare also dropped the X Marks the Spot sales to celebrate 10 million players, where you had to log in between the 15th of January and the 22nd of January 2020 to claim them. They gave us the X Marks the Spot emote too. The 1000 Days eye patch was for playing between the 13th and 16th of December 2020, and to get the golden variant, you had to do this and have played between the 20th and 29th of March 2018. The rarest is still the Golden Sailor hat, which is yet to be brought back, and it was bought from the store for 320 gold between the 20th of March 2019 to April the 30th 2019. The Captain Bones original cutlass is a little bit more common, as you just had to log in before the 20th of March 2019, which is over 1 million players again. Maybe probably a lot more than that. The next section covers some really ultra rare sets released in Year 1 and Year 2. First up, of course, is the Hungry One figurehead, tattoo, scars, and speaking trumpet. You had to complete the Hungering Deep event during the time it was live from May to June 2018. This was the first major update, and many players had left the game by then due to Sea of Thieves' launch reception. The drum was brought back briefly during the 2020 anniversary event, making it less rare. They did this with the Forsaken Shores Cutlass and the Bone Crusher sails. Next up is the Bone Crusher set. This was given out as part of a variety of Year 1 events. Only the sails, hull, figurehead, flag, weapons, jacket, dress, and hat are rare. Oh, and the scars and tattoo are a bit more uncommon. The original ship set was given out during the Cursed Sails event, with the sails being released for the 2020 anniversary event, making them a bit more common. They're still quite hard to find on the seas, as not a lot of people really did these events. The tattoo and scars were awarded for completing all the fleet battles, a feat that was really difficult at the time. The jacket, dress and hat were only available during the Skeleton Thrones event, the first Builder Adventure, and the weapons for the Gunpowder Skeletons. Neither have been released again. Moving on, we have the Forsaken Ashes flag, sails, hull, figurehead and weapons. All were available for finishing the Devil's Cartographer commendation and purchasing them during the Forsaken Shores event. This occurred in September 2018. Once again, the Cutlass was brought back for the anniversary event, making it the most common piece, but still quite rare. We also have the Whaling Barnacle ship set, weapons, jacket, dress and hat. This ship set was exclusive to Shrouded Spoils, the only one of the 4 updates not to have an anniversary event. The weapons were available during the Cursed Cruise Builder Adventure, with the before mentioned clothing from the Sunken Curse event. Moving on to the Mercenary ship set, these were given out as part of the Year 2 Mercenary Voyages, with the Blunderbuss and Eye of Reach also being part of this. The rest of the set is just being sold in shops. In a similar vein, the Reaper items were much harder to get as part of the Reaper runs and Mercenary Voyages. These were the Wandering, Inevitable and Shipwreck Reaper sails, the Wandering Reaper hull and flag. They look sick, and if you see these, don't mess with that ship. Also topping off the very rare Year 1 and 2 stuff is the Festival of the Damned items. This was a bit of a low point in terms of the player base, as it was between 2 large updates, with 2018's holiday games spinning up. These were the Festival of the Damned sails, lantern and face paints, which were introduced in the update. Their face paints were Fatefire, Ghostlight and Skullface. I'm also going to include the 35th anniversary rare figurehead, as well as the Courage set in this section. And to top off this category is the Golden Legendary set. This is the ship parts, tankard, hurdy-gurdy and blunderbuss. Players who were Pirate Legend before the 20th of March 2019 got this extravagant set. It's a shame Rare's never continued this one. Coming towards the second highest tier now with the stupidly rare stuff. These are some of the most difficult items to get, and some aren't available anymore and had some really tough things behind them. The Overachiever sails starts us off. These were unlocked by those who unlocked one or more of the achievements from the following list: Black Powder Merchant, Merchant Voyager, Merchant Forager, Voyager of Lost Souls, Golden Voyager, Order of Barnacle Gold, Order of the Captain's Gold, Master of Villainous Skulls. These had to be done before the 14th of December due to those achievements being rebalanced, and they were fucking difficult back in the day during the Year 1 economy. The Rare Legend sales are also in this section. All you have to do is get a job at Rare and these will be applied to your account. Simple enough, right? Then we have the Sea of Champions sales, which technically you can still earn. These are earned if you manage to win a Sea of Champions tournament or if you're a staff member. Even with Arena's closure, the tournament technically hasn't dissolved just yet. They may come back in the future. The NAL sales are up next, and you definitely can't get these anymore. I think more exists in the wild than Sea of Champions, but since they cannot be attained anymore, I would put them slightly higher. To win these, you had to win a Galleon tournament as part of the NAL, or Notorious Arena League. Near the top are the Fashionistas Finery Gloves. These are earned by winning a Style of Thieves contest, where the community will vote on the best outfit for a particular theme. This is held on Discord, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. I'm unsure how many people have them, but it must be less than 100. Topping the category is the Deckhand and Quartermaster sets. You need to be a Deckhand, who's a moderator of the forums, or a Quartermaster, a moderator of the official Discord to get these sales. And these are very few and far between. The final category, you don't have these, and only 2 sets appear. Any guesses what the 2 are going to be? You guys probably know the answer. Kicking off the list is the Golden Banana set, where only 2 people in the world have these. They were given away as part of the quest for the Golden Banana contest to help promote the launch of the Sea of Thieves. The winners who managed to solve this got the whole set, along with 4 18-carat bananas valued at £20,000. The winning crew were from France, called Hair Crew. The runners-up got some golden coins worth £300 each. Believe it or not, the golden bananas actually came up on eBay recently, but I'm unsure if they actually managed to sell them. And of course, the final cosmetic on this list is the loot and lore sales. They only belong to one person, the Frosty, who created the game show Loot and Lore. To get these, you had to host the show. The Frosty no longer plays, and Rare's not giving these sales out anymore. And that wraps up the list. There's been some changes lower on the list, but the rare stuff stays really rare. And again, thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to play it for free now on PC, PlayStation or Xbox by using my link in the pinned comment or video description. New and returning players that haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across all platforms, including multiple premium vehicles and other goodies. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.